Hello, my dear students. Welcome to my channel Patel Science Academy. Dear students, this is your Shahzad Yunus Patel sir, and the chapter is molecular basis of inheritance in this lecture. And the topic from this chapter is, dear students, the most important topic: RNA, its full form, its definition, its structure, and the function of the RNA and the different types of the RNA. Dear students, all topics we'll see in detail one by one without wasting our time. Let's start the topic RNA. Dear students, definition of the RNA will first see. And what is the definition of the RNA? Dear students, RNA means it is an acid in the chromosomes of the cell, of the nucleus of the cell, in the living things, which play very important role or important part in passing the information of what, about the formation of the protein molecules, structure between the different cells. And this RNA's full form is R for ribo, N for nucleic, A for acid. So RNA stand for ribonucleic acids. So dear students, this is the definition of the RNA. One more time, RNA is the nucleic acid present inside the nucleus of the cell, and this is the acid which play very important role in the formation, in passing the information for the protein synthesis. So RNA is always related with the process of the protein synthesis, because protein synthesis, this process is possible only because of the RNA. So dear students, RNA is the nucleic acid alike DNA, and it is somewhat different from the DNA because it is present inside the nucleus as well as outside the nucleus in the cytoplasm. So this is about the RNA definition. What is RNA? The nucleic acid which is present inside the nucleus and the outside the nucleus in the cytoplasm and in the chromosomes of the cell, and which play the very important role for the information passing, for which process, for the protein synthesis process. So dear students, what is the full form of this RNA? The full form of this RNA is R for ribo, which is the name of the sugar, that is ribo sugar. So this is abbreviated as ribo. So R for ribo, and N for nucleic, and A for acid. Yes student, this ribo means it is the name of the sugar. Nucleic, it is present inside the nucleus, that's why this is the type of the nucleic acid. And this is called acid because its pH is below 7. So these are the reason of RNA. Why it is called R? Because ribo sugar is there. Why it is called N? Because it is the nucleic acid. And for the nucleic acid, the word nuclein was used once by one scientist, that's why nucleic. And it is called a acid because this is acidic in nature because its pH is below 7. And any matter which is having pH below 7, it is acidic in nature. Dear students, now we'll see the structure of this RNA. The structure of his RNA is very important, is very interesting. And dear students, as you are well familiar with the full form of this RNA, R for ribo, N for nucleic, and A for acid. So RNA stand for ribonucleic acid or ribose nucleic acid. Now we'll see the structure of RNA. Dear students, in the RNA, there are three part. That three part together is known as nucleotide. It is known as, dear students, there are three part in the RNA structure, and that three part together is known as nucleotide. And what is the meaning of the nucleotide? Dear students, nucleotide is the combination of three part. What is that three part? Part number 1 is sugar. Part number 2 in this RNA is the phosphate group, and part number 3 is nitrogenous base. So these three part together is known as nucleotide. What is the name of the sugar? It is pentose sugar and its name is R, means ribose, because ribose is the pentose sugar and it consists of 5 carbon in its molecular formula. That's why it is called ribose, and its formula is C5H10O5. So this is this is a little bit different from the DNA, because the sugar of the DNA, it is having different formula from this RNA. What is the formula of RNA sugar? C5H10O5. this is the formula of the sugar of RNA. But instead of this, there is a difference in the molecular formula of DNA. And what is the formula of DNA? C5H10O4. Instead of 5, there is O4 in the DNA sugar. That's why that sugar is called deoxyribose sugar, because one oxygen is lacking or removing from this formula. So that's why this is called ribo, means the ribose sugar, which is having this C5H10O5 molecular formula. The second thing in the nucleotide is the phosphate group, and it is containing the formula H3PO4, in which H3PO4, dear students, in which phosphorus is 1, 3 hydrogen and 4 oxygen atoms are there. So this is that second number part of the nucleotide, and it is called phosphate or phosphoric acid. And the third one is the nitrogenous bases. Nitrogenous bases, there are two types of nitrogenous bases: single ring structure and a double ring structure. And that about that nitrogenous bases I have explained in my previous lecture in the nucleic acid in the DNA very well. So dear students, there are two types of nitrogenous bases: purine and pyrimidine. Purine, which is having double ring structure, you can see here these two, this is double ring structure. There are 2 ring of the carbon atom in this structure, so these are purine. And this single ring structure, there are 2 types of single ring structure, and these are called pyrimidine. So this is pyrimidine, which is having single ring structure, and this is purine, which is having double ring structure. So this is purine, P-U-R-I-N-E, purine, and this is pyrimidine, P-Y-R-I-D-I-N-E, pyrimidine, P-Y-R-I-M-I-D-I-N-E, pyrimidine. So dear students, these are the 2 types of the nitrogenous bases, and out of that 2 types, purine and pyrimidine, only one nitrogenous base will be linked with that pentose sugar and the phosphoric acids. So together any one nitrogenous base plus pentose sugar plus phosphoric acid, together these 3 structure is these 3 molecule together is called nucleotide, as I told you. And nucleotide is the basic unit of this RNA. So dear student, there is a change in the nucleotide structure too in the RNA as compared to DNA. So what are the changes? Purine, there are 2 types of purine, adenine and guanine. It is indicated by capital A, it is indicated by capital G. And pyrimidine, there are 2 types of pyrimidine, cytosine and uracil. So here there is a change in the structure in the RNA, because uracil is present only in the RNA and it is absent in the DNA. Instead of this uracil in the DNA, thymine is present. So these are the nitrogenous bases of RNA. What is that RNA? Nitrogenous bases of RNA: number 1 adenine, purine example; number 2 guanine, again purine example; number 3 cytosine, the first example of the pyrimidine; number 4 uracil, the second example of the pyrimidine. So these are the 4 types of the nitrogenous bases, and you can watch the structure of these all 4 bases. And there is a link, or there's a principle or method of bonding in between the one purine with the one pyrimidine according to the Chargaff's rule. And dear students, that formula is A will always bind by the 2 hydrogen bonds with the uracil, while the G will always bind with the three hydrogen bond with the C. Means guanine will bind with the cytosine or vice versa. Cytosine will bind with the guanine by the three hydrogen bonds, while the adenine will bind with always uracil by the two hydrogen bond, and vice versa. Uracil will bind with this adenine. So this is the rule of binding in between the one purine and one pyrimidine. Dear students, you are well familiar with this purine because it is double ring structure, and this is pyrimidines. And what is the Chargaff's rule? When in the structure of the nucleic acid, there is always bonding in between there is always bonding or pairing in between the purine and pyrimidine into 1:1 ratio. It means one purine will bind with the one pyrimidine, and the formula is likewise. A will always bind with U, and U will bind with A by the two hydrogen bonds, and the G will bind with the C, or C will bind with the G by the three hydrogen bond. This is the Chargaff rule. So dear students, this is the structure of the nucleotide of RNA. You can see the nucleotide structure. The most important thing about this nucleotide in the RNA is it is a single stranded structure, and DNA is always double stranded structure. You can see here two strands. So dear students, these are that nitrogenous bases. You can see in the different color. These are that nitrogenous bases. So you can see here, this is cytosine nucleotide, G guanine nucleotide, A adenine nucleotide, and U uracil nucleotide. While the DNA's nucleotide are cytosine, same like the RNA, guanine, same like the RNA, adenine, same like the RNA, and thymine, not alike the RNA, because thymine is absent in the RNA, and instead of this thymine which is present in the DNA, uracil is present in the RNA. So this is about this nucleotide structure in the RNA and DNA. Now we'll see the types of RNA. Dear students, there are two types of RNA, and what are that two types of RNA? Dear students, there are genetic RNA and non-genetic RNA. You can see here, number one is non-genetic RNA, and number two is genetic RNA. Dear students, what is this genetic and non-genetic RNA? On the basis of their role, which in the cell they are playing which role, genetic or non-genetic role. There are two types. In some viruses, some RNA, they play the role of their genetic material, so that's why they are called genetic RNA. While in eukaryotic cell, not in the viruses, in the other higher living organisms, they do not show the genetic material role, so they do their role for the protein synthesis in that living organism. So for because they are playing their role in the protein synthesis, they are not playing the genetic role. That's why it is called non-genetic RNA. So these are the two types of the RNA, genetic RNA and non-genetic RNA. Dear students, genetic RNA is not subdivided into a further classes, but non-genetic RNA, this RNA is again subdivided into messenger RNA or mRNA, ribosomal RNA or rRNA, and transfer RNA or tRNA. So dear students, there are two types of RNA, non-genetic and genetic. Non-genetic RNA which play the genetic which do not play the genetic role in the cell, for example in the higher living organisms, and they are divided into mRNA, messenger RNA, rRNA, ribosomal RNA, and tRNA, that is transfer RNA. So dear students, these are non-genetic RNA. Don't be confused. RNA is not the genetic material of all living organism. It is the genetic material in only few viruses. That's why they are called genetic RNA of that viruses. But in the rest of the living organisms of the world, they do play their role for the protein synthesis only. That's why they are non-genetic RNA, because they do not play the genetic role in that organisms. DNA play the genetic role. That's why RNA is non-genetic in that living organism. So dear students, now we'll see all these three types one by one. Remember, there are three types of RNA as I told you earlier. First one is messenger RNA, and what is the role of the messenger RNA? It carries the DNA message to ribosomes. Means from the nucleus, DNA is responsible for the formation of this messenger RNA, and this messenger RNA, which is formed from the DNA inside the nucleus of the cell, it carry or it transfer the information collected from the DNA, and it provides this information to the ribosome, which is present inside the cytoplasm outside the nucleus. So this is that messenger RNA which carry the message of genetic code for the formation of the protein. That's why it is called messenger RNA. Second type, dear students, it is tRNA, or T for transfer RNA. And transfer RNA, what is the function of the transfer RNA? It transfers the amino acids to the ribosomes. So here ribosome is the center of production of the protein. You can see here first information by the messenger RNA from the DNA for the protein synthesis is carried by the mRNA on the ribosomes, and then messenger RNA only carry the half information, that is in the form of the codon triploid form, and tRNA it transfer the remaining half information from the amino acids to the ribosomes. So this is about the second type. And now we'll see the rRNA, that is ribosomal RNA, which is the RNA which is present on the ribosomes, because ribosome is the site of protein synthesis, and this is the RNA present on the ribosomes. And what is the function? It makes up the ribosomes protein factories of the cell. So dear student, this is that transfer RNA which is transferring this amino acids information on the ribosomes. So this is that transfer RNA. And the ribosomal RNA, it is the protein factory present on the ribosomes, and it is responsible for the formation of the protein, because it collects the messenger RNA information, half information in the form of the codon from the DNA by the messenger RNA from the nucleus, and in the cytoplasm from the tRNA amino acids information remaining half is collected, and this is in this way the protein is formed. That I'll explain you later. Dear students, so this is the nucleotide structure you can see here. So as I told you, this is that one of the nucleotide. So in this nucleotide, this is adenine nucleotide. Here double ring structure, adenine, one of the adenine, one of the nitrogenous base as a is present here, and remaining this pentagonal structure, it is R for ribosomes, means it is the sugar, and this circle indicates pH means phosphoric acid or phosphate group. So together, dear student, together this one of the nitrogenous base, sugar and phosphate group, it is called nucleotide. And there are so many nucleotide you are watching here. This is nucleotide number 1. Now we'll see the second nucleotide. This is nucleotide number 2. Here instead of A, U is present, so this is called uracil nucleotide. All these are same. Now we'll see the third nucleotide. Third nucleotide is the G nucleotide, and in this instead of U, G is present, guanine is present. And the fourth nucleotide is the C nucleotide, in which instead of G, C is present. So this is called cytosine nucleotide, and pentose and phosphate group is same in all nucleotides. So these are the basic nucleotide of the RNA structure. Dear students, now we'll see the messenger RNA. Messenger RNA means the mRNA. It carries the information or copied the information from the DNA and in the nucleus to ribosomes, means from the DNA the information in the form of codon, CODON, in the form of codon. This information is transferred from the DNA, because DNA is present inside the nucleus, so it transferred the DNA information from the nucleus into the cytoplasm. Where on the cytoplasm? On the ribosome. And it will become associated with the ribosomes and will direct protein synthesis and putting the amino acids in the proper order on the growing chain. So dear students, these are the function of the messenger RNA, to carry the message of information of codons from the DNA into the the ribosomes of the cytoplasm. So dear students, you can see here, this is the nucleus, this is the cell, and from this cell you can see this is DNA double stranded structure. DNA, it forms the single stranded structure. This is that mRNA, a messenger RNA or mRNA. So from this nucleus, this messenger RNA is transferring and coming out from this nucleus and going into the cytoplasm outside the nucleus. And in the cytoplasm you can see this circle structure is the ribosome, and this information from the DNA is being transferred by this messenger RNA on the ribosomes. And this is the information of amino acids, half information of the amino acids in the form of the codon, that I'll explain you in the protein synthesis process. You just remember it about the messenger RNA. That messenger RNA, it has the message from the DNA for the formation of the protein, which is the information of the amino acids, because amino acids are the basic units of proteins, or 21 amino acids molecules is together known as the one molecule of the protein. Dear students, this is that messenger RNA. You can see one more time, this is the nucleus in the blue color. From this nucleus, this DNA, which is the double stranded structure, you can see here, this is forming this mRNA single stranded structure, and this mRNA coming out from this nucleus and going to the ribosomes. You can see here this ribosomes, and in the ribosomes it is transferring the information. Dear student, it constitutes about only 5% of total RNA in the cells, means the rest of the RNA are tRNA and the ribosomal RNA, and this mRNA is only 5% out of that 3 RNA. Most heterogeneous in size and base sequences, and all members of this class function as a messenger carrying the information in the gene to protein synthesizing machinery. Dear students, so messenger RNA is simply the RNA types of the RNA which transfer the information of the codon from the DNA from the nucleus into the ribosomes of the cells. Now we'll see about the tRNA. What is tRNA? In the cytoplasm, tRNA is present in the cytoplasm, and in the cytoplasm amino acids become attached to the transfer RNA or tRNA molecules, and each tRNA is specific for one amino acid. So means amino acids, it is made up of codon plus anticodon, codon plus anticodon. So codon is coming from the messenger RNA, and anticodon, it is having its information is in the cytoplasm, and this anticodon is present in the cytoplasm, and it is coming from the transfer RNA. So this codon plus anticodon is equal to amino acids, and so many amino acids together is known as about 21 amino acids together is known as protein, one molecule. So this is the tRNA and tRNA's role. So dear students, each tRNA molecules has a sequence of 3 bases, that is called endicodon, as I told you, the pair of the codon, and these are complementary to codons on the messenger RNA. And with what is the anticodon of the codon? As I told you, A will always bind with U will always bind with A, G will bind with the C, and C will bind with G. This if AUG is a codon, its anticodon is UAC, means these are the pair of each other. So this is about that transfer RNA, which is transferring the information about the anticodon from the cytoplasm on the ribosome. So this is about that tRNA. You can see here one of the tRNA, the structure of tRNA. It is always RNA is always single stranded structure, but this structure is a little bit complex. It is having 2 ends, one 3' end and the another one 5' end. So it is starting from here, and it assuming likewise structure, and it ends on this 5' end. So there are 2 ends, 3' end and the 5' end, and on the 3' and 5' end there are so many complex structure, and it assumes so many structures that I'll explain you in the next lecture. Dear students, now we'll see about the ribosomal RNA. Dear students, what is ribosomal RNA? It is a single stranded structure which is variously folded upon itself. Actually, dear students, tRNA, there are 2 models of tRNA. One is clover leaf model and the another one is hairpin model. So I'll I have a special separate lecture on that two models. That's why I'm not explaining that model of tRNA here. And you just remember the function of the tRNA. tRNA function is to provide the information of the anticodon and to transfer it on the ribosomes for the protein formation, because the codon is provided by the messenger RNA to the ribosome and anticodon is provided by the this tRNA. And its two model you will learn in my previous in my that special lecture based on the cloverleaf model of the tRNA and the hairpin model of the tRNA. Now we'll see about the ribosomal RNA, that is rRNA. And this is the RNA, dear students, which is single stranded RNA and which is variously folded upon itself, and its folded region, it may show in the folded region, it may show pairing. As dear student, this is the single stranded RNA, but it may show pairing in its folded structure because it is having the various fold upon itself, and it remains associated with the ribosome permanently. Dear students, now you can understand the location of the 3 RNA. Messenger RNA is present inside the nucleus, tRNA is present in the cytoplasm, and this ribosomal RNA is called ribosomal RNA because it is permanently present on the ribosomes, which is the factory of the protein. And messenger RNA is always coming on the ribosome for codon information, and the transfer RNA is always coming on the again ribosomes for providing the anticodon information. So it constitute about 80% of total cellular RNA in the cells, and its molecular weight is about in between the 40,000 to 1 lakh. So dear students, this is about ribosomal RNA information. Now we'll see the functions of ribosomal RNA. And ribosomal RNA functions includes it provides the proper binding sites to the messenger RNA, because messenger RNA is coming from the nucleus and it is coming on the ribosomes, and on the ribosomes it needs proper site. So its proper site for binding is provided by this ribosomal RNA to this messenger RNA, and it orients or it decorates or it prepares the messenger RNA molecule in such a way that all the codons are properly read by the transfer RNA, because codon, when it will meet or pair with the anticodon, it will become molecules of amino acids. Likewise, 1 molecule, 2 molecule, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on up to 21 amino acids will form and link with each other, and this all 21 molecules of amino acids which is being formed by the ribosomes by this 3 types of RNA, it is known as the protein molecule. So likewise, these are the role of these all 3 types of RNA in the formation of the protein. So this is a ribosomal RNA, and you can see this ribosomal RNA, it is having lot of folding upon itself. So this is about that ribosomal RNA, mRNA and tRNA, about its type, about its definition, about its function, about its full form. This is about this lecture. Thank you very much, dear students, for watching this video, and please do subscribe my channel, like my videos, share with your friends and with all the needies, and comment for your queries, and don't forget to press the bell icon to receive my all new coming instant video. Thank you very much from this Shahzad Sir, Patel Science Academy. Thank you.